Oh shit, everything's frozen. Okay, it's all back. I got a banger cooked up. We're gonna be doing 1,000+ video games tier list maker, and I cannot do it all in one video because that's a lot. So I'm gonna do like probably 10 to 20 minutes of this, and then I'll do another part and another part, and we're gonna get through this entire list. And I am a gamer. I want you guys to know I am a gamer, but I'm not like the biggest gamer of all time, okay? Like, I play hella games, but I haven't played every single one. Little Nightmares, I have played. I loved this game. I don't know if I'd put it in great. Like, I don't think it's like a... yeah, no, I would. It's a great game. Psychonauts 2, I actually haven't played this. I will someday, I swear. Unpacking, haven't played. Omari, I played once, I think, or Omori. I don't remember what exactly it's called, but I think I played once, but I don't remember it well enough to rank it. Lego Star Wars game is like the best kids games, the Lego Star Wars games. Is this Hitman 3? If this is Hitman 3, for now we're gonna just include all the Hitman games, because you can play all the Hitman games in Hitman 3. And banger franchise, banger, to be honest. Halo Infinite, this is the only Halo story I've ever played. And the game, I would say the game was fine, but the multiplayer wasn't like a super fun experience or anything. So for me personally, Halo Infinite is mid. It's the only Halo I can fairly list as well. Spider-Man Miles Morales, I actually do think this is a good game. I think it's teetering on great, but it's not there yet. But people overhate this game. Like, people act like this was a really, really bad game. It was just a short little sweet Miles little story. I like Miles. I'm kind of biased, but I think it was a good game. I think it's kind of overhated, to be honest. Speaking of a game that should be hated, though, Valhalla. I don't think it's actually unplayable, but I think it's insufferable. I hated this game. I've tried it. I really like Vikings and stuff, so I've tried this a few times, and every time I hate it. Gran Turismo, haven't ever played personally. I only played Need for Speed because that's what I grew up with. Hogwarts Legacy, big hot take here. I know someone in my comments said that every time I say hot take, it's an exquisite taste, which thank you. But this is a genuine hot take. I think the Hogwarts Legacy game is like the most mid game of all time. I think the only reason it is good is because it's in Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is cool. I think literally everything else about this game is like actually bad, or not bad, just mid. It's like you play it and you just meh. But you know, kill me if you want. It is what it is. Oh, don't kill me actually, but you can roast me in the comments. Horizon Forbidden West, here comes a fucking hot take. I think Forbidden West does a lot of things worse than Zero Dawn, in my opinion. I didn't love Zero Dawn when I made my videos on it, but as I've aged on it, Zero Dawn is a very good game. I just can't lie, it's actually great. And Forbidden West, I will give it one thing. This game has some of the best graphics I've ever seen. I'm not gonna say the best, but it's absolutely some of the best graphics I've ever seen. Everything looks genuinely beautiful. That being said though, I don't want to spoil anything, but the story is just not my thing. I think it goes a bad direction personally. But I do know that people really like this game, so I'm sure I'll get attacked. But I like Zero Dawn, like I said. Astro's Playroom, it's like mid. I can't lie, because it's just not for me. Like, it's a platformer game thing. It's more like a demo that comes with the console, which is cool. Guilty Gear Strive, this is one of the best fighting games of all time, by the way. I love this game. I wish I was better at it, because then I would play it more. But such a cool art style, just really cool characters. Testament was fucking awesome. I love them. Back 4 Blood. This game I have played. It was pretty, I wouldn't put it in horrible, but it was pretty bad. Like, I did not enjoy myself when I was playing this game. I liked Left 4 Dead, but I did not like Back 4 Blood. We're closing that. Cold War, I've played the beta of Cold War, and you know what? Fuck you, that's enough. It was horrible. Bad game. Genuinely bad game. Far Cry 6, I don't think it was that bad, but I do think it was definitely bad. I like, what's his name? Giancarlo something. I really like him. I think it's because of Breaking Bad, but still. Pokemon Snap, never played. Bowser's Fury, never played. Diablo, is this the new one? Diablo 4? I'd assume it is. I did actually play this for 5 to 8 hours. It's just not my type of game, man. Like, I'm gonna put it in good just because I respect it, but Jesus, it is not my type of game. I sat there and I was like, wow, this is boring. Ratchet and Clank. I've actually played a very small amount of this, so I don't know if it's fair to rate it, but I would say it was good. The small amount I did play. It Takes Two. This is a great game. This is a great game if you just want to play a game with your significant other, yourself, your friends. Do what you want. It's a good game though, to just play with someone else, really. Neon White. I never played this. Life is Strange True Colors. My God, every single one of these games is bad, but it's kind of almost in a good way. Like, it's almost kind of funny. I know people do like some of the Life is Strange games, and I have the hot take that I think pretty much all of them are really just bad, but they're funny to laugh at. Oh, voice crack. You guys clip that. Resident Evil Village. This was actually the first game that I got on my PS5. My brother bought it for me because he knows I like these games. And I actually do have fond memories in this game. I think it's I don't think it's so tough because I don't think it's as good as, was it 8? No, 7. This is 8. I don't think it was as good as 7, but I do think it was a great. Is kind of crazy though. No, to be fair, I would put above all of these games. I know that people are pissed just seeing that, but it is what it is. Guardians of the Galaxy. I did play this. Bad game. Okay, no, it was just mid. I'll be honest, it was just mid. But the thing is if it wasn't the Guardians of the Galaxies, it would have been bad. So I'm just gonna put it in bad. Metroid Dread. Don't play Metroid games. If it's a new Pokemon, I haven't played a new Pokemon since the one I bought that we'll talk about when I get to it, I guess. Get It Together, didn't play. Mario Party, I have played this. Great game. Any Mario Party game is just gonna be great. They're like the best games to play with your friends. Call of Duty Vanguard, fucking bad. It was pretty horrible. Wait, this was the one. No, yeah, I hated this game. Fuck, it's so tough. The COD fans are in shambles in these videos, I tell you what. Forza Horizon, I have not played because it was an Xbox exclusive, and I just didn't. Gotham Knights. Okay, no, I would say it was horrible. I did not like this game. I've tried it multiple times because I want to like this game, but I just don't. And there's, unfortunately, Suicide Squad won't be on this, but Suicide Squad would be unplayable. I hate that I spent money on that game. Monster Hunter Rise, haven't played. Kirby, didn't play. Pokemon Unite. Kind of good, yo. Kind of low-key good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of fun. It's like a good version of League of Legends or Dota 2. Deltarune didn't play. Inscription didn't play. FNAF Security Breach, you know damn well this boy played this. I thought it's so tough because like I'm just not the target audience anymore of FNAF games. Like I'm older. I'm not a little kid unfortunately anymore. But in playing it was just not a very good game. I'm sorry. FNAF fans. And it's kind of unfair because like I said, it's skewed for kids, but I think there is good kids games. Like I think Lego Star Wars is a good kids game. Yeah, no, I didn't play that. Sifu, I did play. This is a great game, amazing game, honestly. Underrated as hell, to be honest with you. It's a very good game. Hard game too. Really love it. Love it. That was sus, but it is really good. Cyberpunk 2077, yo, the updates to this game have saved it. The perfect tier isn't gonna actually be perfect because I don't think there is pretty much anything that's perfect other than one game. But it's gonna be like the tier for like, you know, my top 10 games. And Cyberpunk, I would say, is in my top 10 games of all time. I've replayed it like 3 times. It's so fucking good. Hey, speaking of the perfect game, Elden Ring. I think this is the perfect game. I don't think it gets better than this. I'm not gonna lie. Well, okay, I do, but it's only because I trust FromSoft so fucking much. I know they'll make a better game, but it is insane to even say that because this studio is absolutely unreal. FromSoft, I'm the literal biggest From Software glazer of all time. If FromSoft is on a game, I'm probably gonna play it. The only games of FromSoft I haven't played, which I'm sure I'm about to get some blasphemous ass comments. I haven't played Dark Souls series because I'm waiting to play all of them. I'm gonna start with the Demon Souls and I'm gonna go through every single one. I'm gonna platinum all of them in a row. Probably record it all and upload it here as well. It's gonna be a fucking grind, but I'm excited because I've specifically saved those games for that purpose. so it's going to be first time experience for those games. I have played pretty much every other FromSoft game though, but this is the perfect game. It's also the best FromSoft game. The Quarry, this game, like actually looking objectively at it, it's bad, okay? I'm not gonna lie, but it is so fucking fun to just laugh at. I can't not put it in good. Like, it's like my problem with FNAF, like I can't laugh at it really. It's not funny, it's just kind of not scary. The Quarry I can fucking laugh at. I can laugh my ass off in the Quarry. Good game is kind of crazy. It's like so bad it's good. Just know that. Deathloop, super overrated. How did this win Game of the Year? What was the world smoking? What is happening? This game is so average, like genuinely. I don't mean to offend the developers or whatever, but I came out of it like, wow, this was the best game of the year. We're cooked, bro. We didn't have a single good game come out. What happened? Xenoblade, oh my god, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, never played. Multiverses. I am not even gonna show you a screen in case it like doxes me, but I'm playing Multiverses literally right there. I was playing it before I recorded this video. I actually really like it right now. I know that it's like losing players and it's kind of getting popular to hate on it, but I think this is just an actually good game. It's so fun to play. I'm so glad that there's a Smash Bros. Like game that isn't on the fucking Switch, because I hate paying for Nintendo Switch Online, and I hate that I can't play with my friends because they are all on PC and whatever, or Xbox. It fixes all my problems with Multiverses, and it even, in my opinion, I like the roster a lot more personally because I just wasn't that into all the Nintendo games even as a kid. I would say now though, going back and playing, I'd probably play a lot more Smash Bros. With some of the games I've played. Okay, Modern Warfare 2. I don't remember if it was this game or the other one, but one of these games, I think it was. I spent my first paycheck, like all my extra money on it. I spent the extra money on this, or maybe it was Modern Warfare 1, but it was one of the two. I was so just pissed and sad for like a week. I played like 8 hours. It was fucking miserable. I don't understand how COD is the most like best-selling franchise, dude. Y'all gotta actually be brainwashed because this shit is just ass. Like, it's not a good game. There's bugs everywhere. It's like super pay to win. Literally no fun to be had unless you're just getting high and playing with your friends or something, I guess. But even there, just play a better game when you're doing that, dude. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Hop on literally anything else. Terrible game. I think this is Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is a VR game that I never played, so I'm not gonna rank that. Stray. This is just a fucking amazing game. People like to say like, oh, it's only good because cat, but genuinely the story is actually like good. And the world is so fucking great, man. It's such a cool design. I respect the fuck out of Stray. Stray is such a good game. Like, small team made, and they cooked real good. And it's not just because it's a cat game. I am a cat guy. I have a cat. I love my cat. I love all cats, really. But, like, it's just so cool. It's actually underrated. Very, very good game. I hope more people go out and play this. You gotta go in knowing it's like a parkour simulator game, almost like a walking simulator, but you're actually doing puzzles and stuff. It's really fun. I loved it so much. I'm going to 100% that for sure, and post it on the channel. Goat Simulator 3. I'm just gonna put this at the bottom of good, because I don't think they're like good games, like objectively, but they're just fun little sandboxes, which I always respect. I love fun little sandboxes, and there's some games that I think are genuinely like great sandboxes. You want to see a bad version of Smash? I would say it's this. I would say Nickelodeon Brawl. Okay, I'm also not gonna lie, I am biased because I didn't really ever grow up watching a lot of Nickelodeon shows, but I just don't care about any of the roster. The gameplay was bad. It just didn't feel good. The lag was horrible online, at least for me. Just not a good game in my opinion. Scorn I never played because it just didn't look appealing to me. It looked so gross. I was just like, it was actually just gross to look at. Cult of the Lamb didn't ever play. Ghostwire Tokyo. I played a small amount of this, and it was good, but it did feel like, it felt like I don't know how else to describe it other than a Bethesda type way, where it was like, I think it's actually published by Bethesda actually, but nothing feels like has any impact. You just hit shit and it was like, oh, It felt like you just whiffed through the air, but you were still hitting something technically. I just didn't like it that much. I'm actually gonna 100% this as well because I love the concept of it though, and I am excited to do that. I think the studio made it got shut down or there's something though. Splatoon 3, I never played Splatoon 3. Dead Space, I did play. Great game. I would almost put it in amazing, but I'm not quite sold on amazing for it. But it was a really great game. Honestly, no, it was pretty fucking good. That was like the first horror game. I specifically bought like Sony 3D headphone, like nice ass headphones for this game because the audio, I was like, oh, you know, it's a horror game. Maybe I'll get really immersed because I don't usually get scared in horror games nowadays. God, it was so good. I still didn't really get that scared. I would get maybe jump scared maybe once or twice. Maybe I don't even think that happened, but it was still just so good. The atmosphere of that game was so good. Nier Replicant. Dude, I've not played Nier Automata yet. I'm going to. But Nier Replicant is seriously one of the most underrated. Like, I know probably people are gonna be like, you're going crazy, bro. It's Nier. It's not that underrated. But I genuinely do think Nier Replicant is underrated because I think Automata is what a lot of people think of in 2B. But dude, Replicant, I played it last year, and the gameplay sure is a bit dated. That is the one thing I will say. But the fucking game is beautiful. Like, I have never played a more... some of my comments when I made a video talking about it did bring up a good point where it's not sad. It's just like, it's a feeling of genuine just dread and like, it's a painful fucking game in a good way. I fucking loved it. And I have never cried so much in a video game. Like, the music is beautiful in this game. So, like, I would say there's a difference between, like, these. Elden Ring and Nier, to me, are, like, 11 out of 10 bangers. Cyberpunk's, like, a 10. Fuck, dude, I could talk about Nier Replicant for so long, but I hope every single one of you watching this video goes and plays Nier. I beg of you. Nier Replicant specifically. If it's so good. If you do all the endings, too, oh, I was so fucking invested. I 100% getting the platinum for that game though. I do not recommend. That motherfucker is a troll with the trophies. That was miserable to be honest, but it was still a really good game. Tales of the Arise didn't play. Sonic Frontiers, this is the only Sonic game I have played recently, and it was good. I would put it above a lot of these, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't like, I'm just not a Sonic guy. This Saints Row game, fucking unplayable. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're looking at the people who I think they were trying to, you're looking at the guy who they're trying to market it to, I think. Well, okay, mostly like my generation. And it was just bad. Like, it was just actually bad. Like, I'm living that thing of, yeah, everything is fucking expensive as hell. I can't move out of my parents' fucking garage. But to me, it's still like, dude, what the fuck are you guys yapping about? This is cringe ass dialogue. I don't come to fucking Saints Row to play a like quirky little game of like, you know, I pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, because I like some of the earlier Saints Rows. Saint Row, I mean. Well, it is Saints Row, Rows, I guess. God of War Ragnarok. I have another hot take here. I think God of War Ragnarok is really, really good. And I actually, you know what? My hot take just developed some more because I just remembered the DLC is out in God of War Ragnarok. And honestly, I think with the God of War Ragnarok DLC, my opinion has finally swapped. But I felt like the story in Ragnarok before the DLC was a bit, like something was lacking. I really think Ragnarok itself, like the actual event, kind of ended abruptly. But I will say with the DLC, now thinking about it, I would actually say this is teetering and perfect. Because the gameplay, yeah, you know, yeah, with the DLC was so fucking good. I'm not even a huge roguelike guy, like I do play them, but it was like perfect roguelike, honestly, or low roguelite, I guess you might call it. Scarlet didn't play. Overwatch 2, I'm so glad Overwatch is separated into two this time. Overwatch 2 is insufferable. It's not unplayable. I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's fucking unplayable, but I am on my channel, if you look back, I am a self-professed Overwatch like lover. I love this game. Well, Overwatch 1. But Overwatch 2 takes everything good about Overwatch 1 and just takes it and brings it down a level, which is horrible. Because the whole point of Overwatch 1 to me was it was so different from all these other games that nothing else could like satisfy that itch I had. But now there's just nothing like that game. I'm hoping Marvel Rivals is like that. Takes everything that the original did and bastardizes it. I'm making a full-fledged video on my other channel. This is not even like an ad, but I am making a full-fledged video on my other channel that's going to be a entire breakdown of everything shit that Overwatch 2 has done. And it's going to kind of be my I hate calling it a masterpiece because it's not going to be that good. Like, I don't want to set the expectations that high, but it's going to be my final like message before I kind of back out of the community as being invested as I have been. Because honestly, I just haven't played it in like a month. I just don't feel the urge to. I'm hoping season 11 comes out and is really good, but I honestly doubt it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Terrible, a tragedy in gaming, honestly. Never played. Hi-Fi Rush. This is the one good fucking Xbox game ever. Like, not ever, okay, but it's in like the past 10 to 20 years, it feels like. This is the one good one. The one, I would say it's great, I'm not gonna lie. And you know what they did? They shut down the studio, and I will never forgive Xbox for that. And I still think every single person who's excited for all those Xbox exclusives coming up, you need to temper your expectations and remember what exactly has happened the past few, you know, releases of Xbox. They have not made a single fucking good game. They still haven't, other than Hi-Fi Rush, I would say. Hellblade 2 is a fucking disappointment and a half for me. And fucking, Starfield was so bad. I went in with the most, we're gonna talk about it. Wait, actually, is Starfield on here? It wouldn't be. Starfield is just, no, I am disappointed with Starfield. I did not like how that game went. Dying Light 2, still haven't played this. I played Dying Light 1 though. Sons of the Forest, I bought this on launch and played it with my friend. The story, some of the most nonsensical shit. I'm not gonna lie, it just clearly wasn't finished. The game itself was pretty fun though. I am gonna go back and replay it. Hopefully it raises up a little bit because I think it has potential to raise up a little bit. High on Life, the Rick and Morty game, I think. Right? Am I tweaking? High on Life game. I swear it was a Rick and Morty game, right? Or is it just created by the Rick and Morty guy? No, it looks like it was at least Rick and Morty like inspired. But yeah, I played this a very small amount. I didn't really ever love Rick and Morty. I did not like this game. I just didn't. Atomic Heart, another game I just did not like. I'm glad I waited to buy this when it was on sale, because if I bought that on launch, I would have been very sad. Resident Evil 4, I haven't had time to play, but I am going to play that. Tunic never played. Shovel Knight didn't play. Transistor didn't play. Mario Kart 8. Fucking such a good game. This is like the best racing game of all time. So good. So good. I held a world record in it for a little bit, guys. It was really good. It was a small world record. I don't know if this is Watch Dogs. I'd assume it's Watch Dogs 1, just because there's not a 2 and I don't see Legion anywhere. Watch Dogs 1 is the one good one of these games. I still don't think it's like great or anything, but I think it's good. PT never played. Five Nights at Freddy's. This I did play. And honestly, like looking back at them and playing them, they're really not good games, like the gameplay. But I will always have a sweet spot in my heart for this because it kind of started my love for like horror game YouTubers, I would describe them. Like, you know, the not like the MatPat stuff. I always have loved like the deep dives and the lore and stuff, and that's what really started it, I would say, because it was the first time where that was like really a big thing that everyone was hearing. It was like Five Nights at Freddy's lore is crazy. Very good though. Destiny 1, I would assume this is. Maybe it's 2 actually. We'll just pretend it's 2 because I played a lot more of 2 than I did of 1, but I did play them both. Destiny 2, I have such a hate-love relationship with this game. I haven't played the new DLC yet still, so I have no idea what that is. And the last thing I left off on was fucking the most miserable DLC of all time, Lightfall or whatever it was called. That shit was awful. But I will always say that this game is good. I think probably I'm putting it in great because I think there's just no There's no other game that does it better than Destiny, like what this game style is yet. I hope one day someone else is good. Didn't play Sonic. Alien game, never played. Is this Advanced Warfare? This was bad. This was a bad game. Bad game. Not for me. Unity, fucking bad game. Once again. Rogue, I didn't play. Infamous First Light, is that what that is? I didn't play that. Skylanders, I actually have been thinking about it. I think I want to play these games again, like somehow without having to buy the Skylanders, hopefully. Not to say that I would pirate it or anything. I do not support Luffy. But the Yonko, we on Team Marine. But I'm thinking about playing them because I distinctly remember them actually kind of being fun. So we'll put it in good at the bottom because I remember them being fun, but I don't know if they actually are. Oh, it looks like we've still got a few. Okay, yeah, we're good. We've got Shadow of Mordor. I think this is a super underrated game. I think it's great. I don't think it's as good as War, which we will, I'm sure, cover. But I do think it's an underrated game. Super underrated. One of the best games of all time, honestly. Like, well, okay, maybe not best games of all time, but it's like, it's one of the best underrated games of all time. Like, I'd say it's like an 85%. It's not quite to the 90, but people act like it's really bad, but I'd say it's actually pretty fucking good. Borderlands, the pre-sequel. I never played this because I played Borderlands 3, and we'll talk about that when I get there. Didn't play Toad, didn't play Forza, like I said. Dragon Age never got into. Far Cry 4 I did play. I thought it was fine. I just put it in mid. I thought it was mid, to be honest. Sims 4, this is actually a good game. The only thing holding it back is its DLC. I know it's like definitely not like a, you don't expect a big manly man, let's say, to be playing The Sims. But The Sims is just a fun fucking game. You just simulate life. It's fucking goofy. You can do goofy shit. There's great mods. Good ass game. You can never get me to hate a fucking simulation game ever, really. I love them. In Sims 4, the only thing holding it back is how much DLC is. The offline internet dinosaur game, this shit is goated. I spent so long in school playing this game, more than anything else. I played this. I played the Snake game. We played them so much. Underrated. Lego Batman 3, this was the last Lego Batman or Lego game I really even played, actually, to be honest. But it was good. It wasn't as good as the other ones, but it was still good. The Evil Within, still haven't played, plan to. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I did play this. I actually will say, I do think the Five Nights at Freddy's games genuinely get better every single time. I know it's kind of a hot take because I think 3 is kind of disliked by a lot of people, but I think 3 was a step in a direction. It was just a different direction than we were expecting, but I still think it was cool. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is slightly better than 1, though, I'd say. Bayonetta, really do want to play these. I'm going to at some point, but I haven't yet. Subnautica, I really wish that somehow I could replay Subnautica for the first time, because my first time was kind of scuffed, but I really did like it, and ever since I've been replaying it, because I know of a lot of the stuff that like happens in the story and stuff, and how it progresses, it doesn't hit the same. But I highly suggest this for anyone looking for a scary game that isn't really like scary. It's just an atmospheric survival game is how I'd describe it, and I think the ocean's a really fucking cool place, so I loved it. Really cool, good game. Amazing, yeah, I would put it in amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's one of the best like certain other games survival, which I'm sure we'll talk about. City Skylines is the best city building game of all time. This shit is so fucking good. I am gonna put it in perfect. I think, well, okay, no, the DLC holds it back from being perfect, I will say that, but it is so good, dude. City Skylines, banger game. Crossy Road, one of the best mobile games of all time, honestly. This is like one of the only good ones in my opinion. Lisa didn't play. Life is Strange, fucking bad. Every single one of these games is bad, all of them. Or is this might be the first Life is Strange, which if it is, that one was mid. I'll give you that. It wasn't as bad, but the other ones are all bad, and they're bad like to laugh at, but they're so bad I'm laughing at them. It's not like so bad it's good. Is this Resident Evil? I think it's Resident Evil 1. I still haven't played it. Until they remake the original Resident Evil, I haven't played. Dragon Ball, I haven't watched it yet, so I'm gonna wait to play all the games. The Escapist, underrated fucking game series, bro. The Escapist is so good. The Escapist 1, I don't know if it's great, but it is really good. Escapist 2 we'll talk about, I'm sure. Tekken 7, I love every fighting game, so I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty skewed. But I would say it's great. I was never good at Tekken though, so I will say this is probably gonna be the lowest rated franchise because I'm just not good enough, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. If I'm not good at your game, then it's probably the lowest rated. I will say I love the guy on Twitter, the Tekken director, whoever his name is. Shout out to that guy. He talks a lot of, he's a pretty cool guy. He talks a lot about funny shit like Waffle House and Bleach. He's a cool guy. I'm just not good enough at your game, to be honest with you. Ori, never played, but I will. Tales from Borderlands, didn't play. Is this Mario Party or is this the fucking Mario, like... I don't know what that is, but if... We'll think about it. Yakuza, I'm scared to play, but I am going to play eventually. Resident Evil 2. I don't think unless this is like, is this like DLC for it? Or is this the original game? Because I never played the original Resident Evil. I played the remake. Didn't play that either. Didn't play that. Wow, there's a lot of games I haven't played. Little Big Planet 3, I did play. I think it's great. I think it's at the bottom of... No, to be honest, it's above a lot of these. No, actually, yeah, I would say Little Big Planet is probably at the top of great. I think Little Big Planet is like an underrated kids version of... It's like early Roblox, really, is what it was. And it had a style to it, which was nice. That I think was good looking, to be fair. Roblox has a style, I just don't like Roblox's style. Dying Light 1, never beat this game, but from what I've played so far, it is good. Five Nights at Freddy's 3, like I said, every single time there's... Okay, wait, no, Dying Light below Five Nights at Freddy's is actually crazy. And The Sims, honestly. The Sims being a little Watch Dogs is crazy too. And this, honestly, fuck it. DLC holds it back though, still, I won't lie. Lego Jurassic World, I burned the fuck out of my hands the year this game came out. Like, I actually burned them. I'll tell that story, I'm sure, at a different point. But this is the game I played, like, horribly, while trying to not, you know, ruin my hands even more. But, honestly, it was fine. Once again, it was just another Lego game, so it's like, it's really only for kids. But it was a fine game. Like, it was honestly better than the movie. What is this? Ultra Despair Girls? I don't think I played that. Arkham Knight. Great game. Great game. Every single one of the Batman Arkham games is going to be up here, I swear to you. And I think we'll go 5 more. Actually, no, we'll go until what I see here. Because I see a few that I want to end the video off on, I think. Fallout Shelter. Good mobile game, nothing else though. I do think it's a good mobile game though when you're like just trying to have fun on your phone doing nothing else. And I'm not even a big Fallout guy. Bloodborne. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've not finished Bloodborne completely. I got it 95% of the way done. My sister's friend signed in onto my PlayStation account. It kicked me out. It didn't save a boss fight I had done. I was super fucking pissed. I created a new account. Bought all my games again. Every single game. Bought them all again. Never had the chance to go back and replay Bloodborne. And now, like I said, I'm waiting to do all of them back to back. Probably after the Elden Ring DLC. But just for that, I can't put it in the top. But I will say it is very good. Like, I'd put it above all of those, honestly. I just wouldn't put it above Ragnarok. Mad Max, never played. The movies are good though. Is this Metal Gear? I didn't play any Metal Gear other Metal Gear Rising, and I know that's like a thing now where everyone's like, Metal Gear Rising is the like Zoomer version or whatever. But like, dude, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I just didn't ever play the other Metal Gear games. I will, I swear. It's just, I have so many other games. The Witcher 3. Here comes a bit of a hot take. I personally was never able to get into The Witcher 3. I just think it's the environment. It's just not my type of game. I don't really love medieval games very often. But I will give it to them and say it's probably a good game. It's just not for me. Mortal Kombat X. I really like this game. I still have my problems with it. I think it's not the best fighting game. Like, I think Mortal Kombat X as I like Ferrotor quite a bit, but I think it's to be fair, the roster, just for the roster, I'm putting it in the bottom and great because the roster was so fucking good in this game. Good game, not the best though. I will say that there's better Mortal Kombats. Pokemon didn't play. Skylanders, that looks like a racing game. I definitely didn't play that. Super Mario Maker, this is a great game. I don't think it could ever pass great really because it's one of those games where it's like Little Big Planet where it's more the players create stuff and players definitely make cool stuff, but like eventually that gimmick kind of wears off, I would say, compared to a lot of these other games. Undertale, never played. Soma, didn't play. Don't know what this is. Fire Emblem, didn't play. Splatoon 1, I think this is, or is this 2? Is that the 2 in the back? No, I think this is 1. 1 I did play. I thought it was good. I don't think it's like a good shooter or anything though. I don't know why you would ever play that over anything else. And now we're finally getting to the games that I wanted to end it on, which is Until Dawn, which I think this is the only actually good like version of The Quarry where it's fun to like watch. It's like a horror movie you watch with your friends and you make the choices. I think it's great. That's the only good one though. Like actually good at least. Rocket League is the best like sports game, I would say. I think it's super good. I personally am not good enough to put it in perfect because I'm not that guy. I just am not, but it is a great game. I don't know what this is, but oh yeah, it's Five Nights at Freddy's 4, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Five Nights at Freddy's 4, this was the last one that I remember playing, and this one was actually kind of scary as a kid. I remember actually feeling unnerved. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent spot to end it. That's a 36-minute video. Oh my god. We're gonna be here forever, gang. But the purpose of this, I do want to say at the end here, I guess, just the purpose of this video. I want to take all of these games that I haven't played and I'm gonna put them in a wheel, okay? And I'm gonna spin that wheel, and starting from the first, whenever I get this done, okay? I'm gonna spin that wheel whenever it chooses one of these games. Probably not a wheel, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna enter all of these into a spreadsheet, which is going to be miserable. That's going to be an entire day for me. I'm going to enter them all into a spreadsheet, and I'll have it choose a number. It'll choose the game, something like that. And I'll take all of these games that I haven't played, and I will start playing with that game. I will say if it rolls a game with a series in it, like let's say if it rolled and we got Metroid Dread, I would probably start with every single Metroid game that I haven't played. And we would start on the first one in chronological order. So my plan here is, guys, is this tier list is gonna be full one day. This thing is gonna be completely filled out, and I will have played pretty much every game ever made, hopefully. And eventually we'll move into the really shit games, and we'll see how that goes. But that's the general idea. If there's any games that you think that I like desperately should play that are on here, I guess let me know, because I will still be playing a lot of these games on my own like free time. Like for example, Arkham City, I'm still playing, and Multiverses and stuff like that. I'll still play games on my free time, but that is going to be like a mainstay of the channel from here on out. It'll probably be 2 or 3 videos a week. Whenever we do start it, we'll start those games and we're just going to grind through them every single day. I hope that's fun to watch, because I think I'm gonna have a fun time doing it. And who knows, maybe eventually we can do something like that with anime. Maybe I got a plan for an anime video coming up as well.